In the first year, your impossible wealth destroyed the global economy. Banks collapsed. Currencies died. Cities starved. Humanity fell back on barter and survival. But here's the real question: what happens after? Humans are resilient. We've survived plagues, wars, and collapses before. So in the next 10 years, could civilization rebuild without money? Could new systems replace the old? And where would you fit into this strange new future? Let's fast forward into the next decade of the world where you owned all the money. By year 2, barter isn't just a patchwork, it's an entire ecosystem. Black markets thrive in every city. In South America, fuel becomes currency. In Africa, bottled water and medicine dominate trade. In Europe and Asia, people cling to precious metals and gems as tokens of value. Entire shadow economies emerge. These aren't run by governments or banks, they're run by local communities, militias, or organized crime. And in a way, life starts functioning again just outside the framework of money. The irony? These networks don't need you. The person who caused the collapse is irrelevant. You, the owner of all the money, are now the most powerless player in the new economy. By year 3, governments realize they can't rely on the old system. The dollar, euro, and yen are dead symbols tainted by your monopoly. So nations start printing new currencies. Some examples: a new dollar backed not by gold but by food production or energy. Cryptocurrencies reborn, decentralized, and designed to be unseizable by any single person. Local currencies like city or regional tokens emerging to fund communities. But here's the catch: trust is fragile. People burned once by the collapse are slow to accept these new systems. Which means societies that adopt trustless currencies, like crypto or trade-backed notes, recover faster than those clinging to old-school paper. For you, this is the ultimate insult. Your endless fortune in old money sits useless, while new forms of wealth grow all around you. By year 5, power in the world has shifted dramatically. Rural communities thrive. They produce food, the ultimate form of currency. Cities shrink. Many never recover from the first collapse. Nations weaken. With no stable economy, some governments fall, replaced by regional powers. And globally, there's a strange balance. No single country dominates. The collapse of money leveled the playing field. For the first time in modern history, humanity lives in a post-money world. Where are you in all this? If you survived the first year's anger, you're now a curiosity. People remember you as the one who killed money. Some blame you, some worship you like a prophet, others hunt you like a criminal. But you're broke in practice. Your trillion-dollar fortune buys you nothing in the new economies. You're forced to live like everyone else, bartering, working, surviving. The cruelest irony: you had everything and it slipped through your fingers. By year 6, humanity begins stabilizing. The chaos of the collapse fades into a new normal. Children grow up in a world where traditional money is a myth. For them, the idea that one person once owned it all sounds like a bedtime story. And in this new decade, 2 paths diverge. Path 1, the decentralized world. Nations adopt cryptocurrencies, trade credits, and decentralized ledgers. No single entity can ever control all wealth again. Power is shared, economies are transparent, and money as we knew it never returns. Path 2, the authoritarian world. Other nations swing the opposite way, total control. Governments enforce strict digital currencies tied to state power. Every transaction is tracked, monitored, controlled. You can't hoard it, but you can't escape it either. humanity splits into these two models, shaping the future of the planet. Now let's zoom out. What does it mean for humanity to lose money for a decade? People relearn the value of resources: food, water, shelter. Communities rediscover cooperation over competition. Skills become more valuable than status. A doctor, farmer, or engineer outranks any banker. Ironically, your nightmare created a reset button. By breaking the old financial system, you forced humanity to re-evaluate what wealth actually means. Now it's year 10. A whole decade since you became the richest person alive. But history doesn't remember you as rich. It remembers you as the spark that ended money. In textbooks, your story is a cautionary tale, the billionaire who killed currency. And the punchline? People thrive again, not because of money, but because of trust, cooperation, and systems that no longer allow hoarding at a planetary scale. Your personal fate? That depends on the story you tell. Maybe you die alone, a relic of greed. Or maybe you reinvent yourself, helping build new systems. But either way, the world moved on. If you're still with me on this wild journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. If you had to design a brand new currency for humanity, what would it be based on? Gold, crypto, food, or something else entirely?